Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we continue to look at updates in the abduction case of Eliza Fletcher. This happened in Memphis, Tennessee at 4:20 a.m. on Friday the 2nd of September, where Eliza was forced into a dark SUV, and as the news develops, it sounds like it was quite violent from what was caught on video, which is very scary to think about. She has still not been found, but yet a man has been arrested. So has his brother on unrelated charges, though. But Cleotha Abston's bond here, they say, was set at $500,000. So we are going to look at updates today. I would highly recommend checking out the first video I did on this case, which I believe was yesterday or, in the last 48 hours. So check that out, because there is a presentation with the entire timeline and descriptions and everything. I think that will be helpful just so we're all on the same page. And then here we're going to do updates today. I want to show you the documents. I want to show you a little bit more about Cleotha Pookie Abston, who is a rapper. He was in prison for almost 20 years for a kidnapping in 2001. And wait till you see the connection to this kidnapping or abduction. It's very, very strange, so we'll get to that. But yeah, he got out of prison in 2020 or so, and he's been rapping ever since. Now his rap career did not go so well. He's on YouTube, and I'm going to show you some of that. Thank you so much to the person who sent me all those links. You know who you are. So let's just look at some of these updates, and then we can get to the documents and deep dive a little bit more of what he's been up to online. So, Memphis, Tennessee. A Memphis judge has set the bond for the 38-year-old man who's charged in relation to the abduction of Eliza Fletcher, a mother of two who was pulled into a car during an early morning run. Cleotha Abston had set his bond, he had his bond set, at $500,000 on Sunday, meaning that he'd need to post $50,000 in order to be released from jail. He is being charged with especially aggravated kidnapping and tampering. I worry about the $50,000 because my fear is that he could come up with this, although his brother was also arrested. So I don't know what the brother's bond is right now, but whoa. I don't know. They had that SUV, and the brother seems to be involved in drug dealing and things. So I just hope that they don't have a large amount of cash available and someone to be able to bail them out of jail. I don't think this person should be let out at all. He was taken into custody by law enforcement officers on Saturday after he was spotted by U.S. Marshals at 10:45 a.m. An affidavit, which we are going to look at, for Cleotha Abston states that two witnesses, including Abston's brother, Mario, told police that they saw the suspect cleaning the interior of a GMC Terrain, which was named a vehicle of interest. Now that is scary. Apparently he was using floor cleaner, early in the morning after abducting Eliza at 4:20 a.m. So sometime later in the morning, he was cleaning the inside of his vehicle with floor cleaner and acting very suspiciously. The two also stated that they saw Cleotha Abston washing his clothes in the sink of the house, adding that he was acting strange, according to the affidavit. Eliza Fletcher went missing on Friday morning at 4:30 a.m. at the 3800 block of Central Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee, and was forcefully taken into a GMC Terrain, according to police, who say there was a struggle. They also say it was quite a violent struggle. So that's so scary. She fought for her life. Video surveillance in the area of the abduction allegedly shows the GMC Terrain passing and then waiting for the victim to run by. I believe they were waiting around for 24 minutes or so. The car was spotted on surveillance before Cleotha Abston ran aggressively toward the victim. She was reported missing around 7:45 a.m. on Friday when police received two calls, one from Fletcher's husband, Richard Fletcher III, and one from the University of Memphis. Court documents state that the GMC Terrain was in a nearby parking lot with the victim inside for 4 minutes before driving off. Police were able to match Cleotha Abston to the crime by using DNA evidence that was collected from a pair of Champion Slides sandals that were left in the area of the crime scene. So while he was struggling, wearing his Champion Slides, the Champion Slides thankfully slid off his foot and he sped away, leaving that evidence behind. And of course, because he's already on the system as a felon who just recently got let out, they were able to very quickly track his DNA and identify who they're looking for. Police also say that Eliza Fletcher suffered serious injury and left evidence, example blood, in the vehicle that the defendant cleaned. Cleotha Abston is due to appear in court on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Law enforcement officials were seen throughout Memphis on Sunday and conducted searches at various locations, according to a Memphis Police Department spokesperson. People with information in relation to the abduction are urged to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Now, I know it's out there on social media, and I did read some of it out cautiously, but we can't really throw shade or caution, about the husband at this point. We can't. We have no information to really point the finger at him. We can't really say because he looks funny, because of the way he's wiping his eyes. It's a bit funny, so it's him. We can't make those connections. At this moment, it really looks like a criminal that committed a very similar crime. This seems more violent, though, and very sloppy, too. Wow. But he was let out of prison, did his rap thing, and then must have been, I don't know, driving around at 4 a.m., maybe even after going out. We don't know what he was doing, but like a predator, I suppose, looking for a victim. It looks to be unrelated to any family members or anything at this point. So let's focus on that and focus on who they've actually arrested and what's going on, and try not to buy into all the rumors, as we've seen in example, the Kylie Rodney case. Can you imagine if we were to buy into all the rumors, the conspiracies, the really crazy speculations? It's a little too much. So I'd like to make sure that we stay on the straight and narrow and just look at this very logically and just see what law enforcement's going to say in this case. Okay, so now I want to show you the affidavit. Okay, thank you to the docket at Chasing Paper 89 on Twitter for sharing this with us. Personally appeared before me Brian Buchanan 14791 and made oath that on or about the 4th day of September 2022 in said county and within the jurisdiction of the Criminal Court of Shelby, Tennessee, one Cleotha Abston Henderson, this guy's got so many names, oh my word, did unlawfully commit the offenses of especially aggravated kidnapping, TCA 39-13-305, tampering with evidence, TCA 39-16-503. Further, the affiant makes oath that the essential facts constituting said offenses, the source affiant's information, and the reason why the affiant's information is believable concerning said facts are as follows. On Friday, September 2nd, 2022, at approximately 7 a.m., Memphis police officers responded to a missing person in the 1500 block of Carr Avenue. Richard Fletcher advised that his wife, Eliza Fletcher, went for her regular run around 4 a.m. and had not returned home. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt, purple shorts, and running shoes. At approximately 6:45 a.m., citizen Miles Fortas rode his bike on Central Avenue near Zach H. Curlin Street and found the victim's cell phone as well as a pair of Champion slide sandals laying in the street in the same area. Fortas turned these items over to a family member of the victim, who in turn turned them over to investigators. Thereafter, investigators located video surveillance near 3876 Central Avenue that showed a black GMC Terrain passing and then waiting for the victim to run by. A male exited the black GMC Terrain, ran aggressively toward the victim, and then forced the victim, Eliza Fletcher, into the passenger side of the vehicle. During this abduction, there appeared to be a struggle. The Champion slide sandals were found in this area. The vehicle then sat in the parking lot with the victim inside for approximately 4 minutes before it drove off. The vehicle had noticeable damage to the back passenger tail light area. Additionally, approximately 24 minutes before the abduction, surveillance footage captured the same vehicle in the area and captured a partial plate of something DX something. On Friday, September 2nd, 2022, the Champion slide sandals were sent to TBI for DNA testing. Thereafter, investigators developed Cleotha Abston Henderson as a person of interest in the investigation. DNA found on the shoes matched DNA for Cleotha Abston Henderson's in the CODIS database. This led investigators to seek to confirm the whereabouts of Cleotha Abston Henderson before, during, and after the abduction. Investigators were able to recover surveillance footage of Cleotha Abston Henderson wearing the same Champion slide sandals a day before the abduction. This footage was obtained from the 1080 North Germantown Parkway, Melco Theatre, and it was collected by Sergeant Dobbins. Cleotha Abston Henderson was found to reside in the 5700 block of Waterstone Oak Way. This location has active utilities in the name of Gwendolyn Brown. Researching law enforcement databases revealed that Gwendolyn Brown has a black 2013 GMC Terrain with license plate BDX 7952. And here they say 2GX ALMEK ND 6261285. That is registered to her. Investigators also located a police report dated 09/01/2022 that listed the address in the 5700 block of Waterstone Oak Way for Cleotha Abston Henderson. Sergeant Payne and Sergeant Barrett then interviewed the owner of Majesty's Cleaning Service, Marilyn Pickens, who verified that she employed Cleotha Abston Henderson, that he drives the GMC Terrain, and that his telephone number was 901-825-2028. Investigators obtained cellular phone records for that number, and analysis determined that the cellular device associated with the number was near 3876 Central Avenue during the time Eliza Fletcher was seen being forced into the black GMC Terrain. On September 3rd, 2022, at approximately 10:45 a.m., the 2013 GMC Terrain with license plate BDX 7952 was located by members of the U.S. Marshal Service, Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force. The vehicle was backed into a parking spot in the parking lot area in the 5700 block of Waterstone Oakway and was confirmed to be the vehicle by the license plate number and by the noticeable damage to the rear passenger side taillight. Damage was captured in the video of the abduction and the partial plate identification on surveillance footage. Further, members of the U.S. Marshal Service Two Rivers Violent Fugitive Task Force observed a male subject matching the physical description of Cleotha Abston Henderson standing in the doorway in the 5700 block of Waterstone Oakway. Officers then detained Cleotha Abston Henderson at this location while he occupied the GMC Terrain. When officers stopped Cleotha Abston Henderson, he attempted to flee but was taken into custody. Investigators interviewed Chantel Anthony, and she stated that after the abduction at approximately 7:50 hours, she saw Cleotha Abston Henderson at the home of Mario Abston in the 1700 block of South Orleans Street. This is not the house that Cleotha Abston Henderson lives. She stated that she saw Cleotha Abston Henderson cleaning the interior of the GMC Terrain with floor cleaner and stated that he was behaving oddly. This was later confirmed by Mario Abston, Cleotha Abston Henderson's brother, who stated that he too saw Cleotha Abston Henderson cleaning the interior of the car with floor cleaner. Chantel Anthony and Mario Abston saw Cleotha Abston Henderson washing his clothes in the sink of the house. He stated that it appeared Cleotha Abston Henderson was acting very strange. Sorry, let me just move it up a little bit for you. Cleotha Abston Henderson declined to provide investigators with the location of the victim, as the abduction was violent with, as captured on video, the suspect waiting for, then rushing toward the victim, then forcing the victim into the vehicle where she was confined and removed and continues to be missing. Where she was confined and removed and continues to be missing. It is believed and supported by the facts and physical evidence that she suffered serious injury. Further, it is probable and apparent from witness statements that these injuries left evidence, example, blood in the vehicle that the defendant cleaned. This offense occurred in Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee. I really feel like Pookie did not know who he was really abducting. And I don't want to really speculate motive right now. It doesn't seem to be... He doesn't realize, I don't think, her link to money, to wealth. This seems more like targeting a woman for other reasons, right? Sworn to and subscribed before me this 4th day of September 2022. And that would be this entire affidavit and arrest warrant. So, there's that. Now take this with a grain of salt because it comes from Facebook, but they made some interesting points here. So let me just show you this for context. Eliza Fletcher missing in Memphis, Tennessee public group, right? Coincidence, right? Is it a coincidence? Eliza's uncle, Michael E. Keeney, who spoke for Eliza's family during the press conference or the family plea video we looked at in part 1, is married to Ann Orgill. Michael Keeney formerly served as the managing shareholder of Lewis Thomason Law Firm and also serves on the board of directors for Orgill Incorporated. Kemper Durant was a lawyer at Lewis Thomason law firm at the time of his kidnapping. Remember, we looked at that as well. Cleotha Abston was sentenced to prison for kidnapping Kemper Durant in May 2000 at the age of 16. And Cleotha Abston is charged for kidnapping Eliza Fletcher, who's the granddaughter of billionaire Joseph Orgill III in September 22. So you see, that makes it seem more targeted. I wonder at this point if it's coincidence that he captured Eliza specifically with all these connections that could possibly exist. It seems to be. Or not. Do you think was it coincidence? Or do you think that he was targeting her, and also for what? It's kind of weird in 2000, or it was reported yesterday, 2001, to kidnap an attorney, Kemper Durant, force him into his trunk and make him withdraw lots of money from ATMs. Where in this case, we didn't see that happen. In this case, even though Eliza's connected to, through all these different ways, to Kemper Durant, which is so strange. It doesn't seem like, we don't know, but it doesn't seem like there's been any financial transactions. How weird would that be if it's just pure coincidence that he abducted Eliza, not knowing at all who she is? That would be so weird. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, now let's look at Pookie Abston. This guy's got so many names. Here he says, "Wild child," and this is on Facebook. You could just see friends that he's got, no workplaces to show, lives in New South Memphis, Tennessee, from Memphis, Tennessee. So that one doesn't have too much on it. So this is Mario Abston. This is his brother that was also arrested on unrelated charges to the abduction, as we know so far, drug-related charges. Now, Mario Abston has also got, I know some people have said that this Yola Biza music is Pookie, but I think it's his brother's profile, because if you go to the YouTube account, you could see, I don't want to play it for copyright, but just hold on. This is Mario. I believe this is Mario, from all the digging I've done. So rap music, it doesn't look like they've had the account for too long. If we go Yola Biza Music and we go to the About page, joined April 4th, 2020, which is interesting considering that's around the time when Pookie, Cleotha, was let out of prison. So, But there's a whole bunch you can look at here as well, if you wanted to. You could see I've watched quite a few of them. I'm just like, oh my word, Suffocate, Yola Biza, Bankroll Business. So why did we look at this? Just for context, to see what were they up to on social media, right? So there's that. And here you can see songs, Two Pistols by Yola Biza. So this definitely doesn't look like the picture we've seen of Pookie. It looks more like Mario. Am I right? Well, let me guys know what you think. But, man, now he's in jail too. So I don't think that career is going too far now. Also here, he's only got 198 subscribers, man. Like, the importance of hashtags, description boxes, following YouTube rules and all that, my word. Because damn, like, to think of all these videos, music videos and everything, and 198 subscribers in 2 years. Wow, okay. So that's that. And now let's look at some of the updates now. You can see here's a picture of Pookie, Cleotha Abston, right? I call him Pookie because he called himself Pookie, okay? Pookie or Pookle. Pookle. Oh my word. So Cleotha Abston, the suspect in Eliza Fletcher's case, has a bond set, right? So here's a picture of Cleotha. So I'm assuming what we just saw would be a picture of Mario, his brother, who was also arrested on the same day on unrelated charges. So if we go here, I just want to quickly show you this. So remember how Cleotha went to his brother's house, okay, and was cleaning the vehicle with floor cleaner and washing his clothes in the sink and acting real sketch, right? Well, they've actually taken, look here, now the dumpster outside the home, investigators say Cleotha Abston went to hours after abducting Eliza Fletcher, is being towed away. The whole dumpster. That is scary. Per the affidavit, Abston came to his brother's apartment to wash his clothes in the sink and clean the interior of his SUV. So look at this. The whole damn dumpster is being taken away. So that really scares the crap out of me. Like, oh no. You know, is Eliza in there? I'm really worried about them doing that. It's not often you see them tow a whole dumpster away, right? So there's that. And then if we also just look at some of these updates here, search with K9 scent dogs happening right now in a wooded area in South Memphis. This location is less than a mile away from the apartment complex where Cleotha Abston's brother lives, according to a police affidavit, and where the dumpster was hauled away. So you can see pictures here as well. So, ooh, it's really scary, man. It's real scary. They're searching everywhere around there now. So at least they have a more targeted area, I think, now, based on, well, I don't know, because he went to his brother's house to clean the car and to wash his clothes in the sink. But we don't know what happened to Eliza. This is very scary. Oh, my word. So if we look, these are the top posts. If I go to the latest here, which you guys know I like to do on Twitter. If you don't yet follow me on Twitter, my handle is at Grizzly Gisela. Same as my second channel that I've renamed to Grizzly Gisela. And you can also find me on TikTok, either on Grizzly True Crime or Grizzly Gisela. I've got 2 TikToks as well. So you can find me there. Follow me on Twitter. This is where most of the breaking news happens. So I would recommend getting Twitter and following there. So here they say, what, headline on New York Times, man charged in abduction of billionaire's granddaughter. I see a lot of you commented previously you didn't know that she was the granddaughter of a billionaire heiress or things like that. So I think when the case was initially reported, it wasn't reported as such, right? Except what I saw from Nancy Grace. That's where I got it from at first. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so if we look at the latest news here, you could see a Shane Baddest TV says missing jogger Cleotha Abston is in custody, charged with abducting a kindergarten teacher jogging around Memphis. Eliza Fletcher hasn't been found after she was seen in surveillance video being forced into an SUV on Friday. Shame. Oh my word, I feel so bad for her 2 little boys, her sons. They must be missing their mom so much. Of course, her family and friends as well. But man, I think of those children. They say lock him up until he speaks, because I'm worried he's going to come up with a $50,000. You see, what do you guys think? Why would they let him out on bond? Lock him up, you got him, don't let him roam free. Right? Okay, almost everyone keeps glossing over the fact that Eliza Fletcher is receiving national news coverage because her abduction and struggle was caught on camera. This is a very differentiating factor, not because she's white. Don't make everything about race. Now, the comment I'd like to make about that is really, as a content creator, who covers true crime cases, I must say, sometimes I'm surprised by which cases go viral and which ones don't. And I must say, for me, what I've noticed is the deciding factor really is if there's last seen footage. If there's surveillance footage, if we, like with Gabby Petito's case, I think the fact that it went so viral is also because we got to see that Moab body cam footage, and that was actually quite weird. If you think about the timing when they released it, wow, that was interesting, that we could actually see all that footage, and that just made it like, oh my word. And I think there's some kind of, psychological, I suppose, curiosity when you can see where the last person was last seen and what they were wearing and what they were doing. Like we saw in Kylie Rodney's case as well. There was a last seen photo hours before she disappeared. Things like that really can, kick off a case online. And that's what I've noticed anyway. Wow. Okay, and we've gone over all of this. So I think everything that I've covered today that's pretty much all the updates. I'll let you know if there's anything more. Here they say late night 2 helicopter searchers continue to search for Eliza Fletcher. Can't sleep or stop thinking about how her family must be feeling the last now more than 48 hours, right? Oh my word, she went missing on Friday, and here we are at Monday, Labor Day weekend. I must say I've also noticed, it might just be coincidence, but there's like a pattern of, August, September, and Labor Day weekend, and all this really having very terrible crimes. I don't know. It might just be, I've been on YouTube for just over a year now, so I just noticed. I mean, this time last year it was Gabby Petito, like what's happening, what. Remember? Oh my word. So yes, that is everything that I can cover there today. I also quickly want to show you guys something. Yesterday, a lot of you sent me this case of Layla Ibarra, which I wanted to cover today, which was I believe she was 14, right? Let's just see, age 14-year-old girl who went missing and her phone last pinged also at the Avocado Lakes area, which is where Gisela Fuentes' phone last pinged. But thankfully, she was found safe. Oh my word, the relief. Wow. I just want to thank everybody for all their help. She's been found safe and has just returned home. We've yet to find out the story. I'll keep you updated. A very big thank you to Liz Gonzalez of Fresno's Fox 26 News for everything they did for us and all of the other companies that helped. That is, I get like goosebumps, because it's just like, wow, when they can find a missing person safe, it just, wow, it really, whew, what a relief, right? I was very worried as well. I'm still very worried about Gisela Fuentes and all the other missing persons cases we cover. If you haven't yet checked out my missing persons playlist, as weird as that sentence sounds, playlist, but just check it out, because those missing people need social media attention. If you wouldn't mind going through some of those videos and sharing it out and using the hashtag like Vladik Hustle, hashtag Team Vladik, hashtag Find Vladik Hustle. That's an example. Irene Gakwa, I've surprisingly got a number of emails in the last 24 hours about Irene's case, asking me to cover it. I've covered Irene's case extensively. I think I've done 4 videos on her case already, including touching on last week in Case Club on her case. So yes, please check that out. Check out my missing persons playlist so that you can catch up on some of those cases. And if there's any updates in those cases, I will definitely let you know, because I watch them all very, very closely. So thank you so much for that as well. If you are watching this video on Labor Day in America, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. Thank you to everyone from all over the world for watching this video. If you like the way that I cover true crime, remember to hit the thumbs up. Remember, you are liking the video not because you like grim cases, true crime cases, like, yeah, this is awesome. We know the news is not awesome. It's just, if you like the way that I cover true crime, hit the thumbs up. Please use that share button. These are all free things you can do below, right? You can subscribe, you can hit the bell so that you know when I'm next uploading or going live, but mostly use that share button or the clip button to share either a clip from this episode or share this entire video on social media. Twitter helps a lot. Use hashtags as well so that we can actually categorize all these videos and things. And let's make sure that we keep the pressure on, right, in these abduction cases and missing persons cases. And let's really hope that many of these missing persons are found safe and alive. If you didn't see the update on Megan Marone's case, that was very, very sad. We covered that last week. So check out that Case Club episode. And I will keep you posted on this case, Eliza Fletcher's case, of course, Gisela Fuentes' case, and all the others that we are covering and are going to cover going forward. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.